Back in 2010, Tesla was trading at a mere $17 per share. Like me, you probably missed the opportunity to invest in it back then. However, now we have the chance to get in on the ground floor of something equally promising. The artificial intelligence market is projected to reach a staggering $2 trillion by 2030, with a compound annual growth rate of 37%. Just imagine the potential returns if you were to invest $100,000 today and experience a 37% CAGR for the next 7 years. You would end up with nearly $1 million. Now let's jump right in with the first ETF on our list, the Roundhill Ball Metaverse ETF. This ETF aims to provide exposure to companies that contribute to defining and developing the metaverse, creating entertainment within its ecosystem, and offering infrastructure for its growth. Regarding the infrastructure aspect of this ETF, it heavily relies on NVIDIA, a powerhouse in graphics card design. NVIDIA has also partnered with Microsoft for AI-powered virtual machines and with Amazon's AWS for machine learning solutions, establishing its presence in the AI space. As for performance, the Roundhill Ball Metaverse ETF has been around for just 2 years. However, its year-to-date performance stands at a respectable 27.8%. It currently holds a total of 52 companies, making it one of the less diverse ETFs we'll cover today. Its expense ratio slightly exceeds the average of my top 10 picks, standing at 0.59%. Moving on to the next fund on our list, we have the iShares US Tech Breakthrough Multi-Sector ETF. This ETF strategy is to invest in a broad index of U.S. companies involved in technological breakthroughs in robotics, AI, cloud computing, cybersecurity, financial technology, genomics, and immunology. Examining the top 10 holdings, you'll notice a nice variety of companies. For example, Salesforce, specializing in customer relationship management or CRM software, holds a prominent position. They've been incorporating AI solutions under the name Salesforce Einstein, which has gained increased relevance in today's AI-driven landscape. Additionally, having Regeneron Pharmaceuticals in the top 10 is notable, as they highlight the potential of AI in improving data analysis, accelerating therapies, and finding cures for diseases. Regeneron's focus on leveraging machine learning is promising for advancing medical research. In terms of performance, this ETF has a year-to-date return of 21.7%, with a total of 184 companies in its holdings, providing a reasonable level of diversity. Its expense ratio pleasantly falls below my top 10 average at 0.4%. It's worth noting that this ETF is similar to the Global X AI and technology ETF symbol AIQ, but we chose the iShares ETF due to its lower expense ratio of 28 basis points. Next on our list is the Global X Robotics and AI ETF, which focuses on investments in AI, automation, and industrial robotics. When examining the top 10 holdings of this ETF, you'll notice a unique list. A top company is Intuitive Surgical, known for developing automated solutions and robots for the medical sector. Their flagship product, Da Vinci, provides robot-assisted technology for precise and efficient surgical work. In terms of performance, this fund has achieved a year-to-date return of 23.9% and holds a total of 298 companies, making it the most diverse ETF among those I'm covering today. Its expense ratio stands at 0.69%. What I particularly like about this ETF is its global set of holdings, which adds an additional mix to my portfolio. The larger subset of holdings also provides added diversity, an important consideration for a fund with a global focus. The fourth ETF on our list is the First Trust Nasdaq Artificial Intelligence and Robotics ETF. When we look at the top 10 holdings of this ETF, you'll find that there are few recognizable names. However, it includes several leading defense companies. During the taping of this video, AeroVironment stood out as a top holding. They specialize in developing autonomous drones and weapon systems that have gained significant recognition in the past year. We believe the demand for these systems will continue to grow over time. This fund has a year-to-date performance of 14.2%, which happens to be the lowest among the ETFs reviewed today. It holds a total of 113 companies and has an expense ratio of 0.65%. What I appreciate about this ETF is its unique subset of companies that leverage AI in different ways compared to the big tech giants. It also touches in sectors that may not be commonly found in other ETFs. Now let's move on to the fifth ETF on our list, the Invesco Nasdaq Internet ETF. Its top 10 holdings align more closely with what you would expect from an AI-focused portfolio. featuring key players like Meta, formerly Facebook, Google, Microsoft, and Amazon. This ETF has the highest percentage of Meta and Amazon in its top 10 holdings compared to other ETFs reviewed today. Overall, this fund includes prominent big tech companies that are well-positioned to capitalize on the AI-driven opportunities of the next decade. In terms of performance, this ETF has a year-to-date return of 24.9% and holds a total of 85 companies. Its expense ratio is only 0.6%. It represents the quintessential lineup of companies you would expect in an AI-focused fund, with the top 50% of its holdings distributed across 7 different companies, and notably, Apple is not among them. Moving on to the 6th ETF, we have the Invesco QQQ Trust Series 1 ETF. Despite the fact that this fund is heavily marketed, it's a solid choice. Our top holdings consist of the usual high-tech suspects that are well-positioned for strong growth in AI. It boasts a year-to-date performance of 23.8% across 102 companies and has one of the lowest expense ratios among the funds reviewed today, standing at 0.2%. Its solid performance combined with low fees was a key factor in including it on the list. Next on our list is the Innovator Deepwater Frontier Tech ETF. This ETF aims to identify emerging companies poised for breakout performances in robotics and AI, which explains why many of the top 10 holdings are not commonly found in other ETFs covered today. It's worth noting that some of the top holdings are with controversial gaming companies, which may come with higher risks. The year-to-date performance stands at 18.3% across a total of 113 companies, with an expense ratio of 0.7%. I must admit that this is one of my least favorite ETFs on the list due to its heavy exposure in the gaming industry and the highest expense ratio among all the ETFs discussed. However, if you have a strong conviction in the companies that invest in, it may still be a viable option for your portfolio. There's nothing wrong with choosing an ETF that aligns with your personal preferences. Moving on to the 8th option, we have the iShares Global Tech ETF, which heavily concentrates its holdings in Apple and Microsoft, accounting for nearly 50% of the portfolio. This makes the fund relatively vanilla in terms of its composition. However, I find it intriguing that it includes ASML Holdings and Taiwan Semiconductor as top holdings. ASML Holdings, a Dutch company, manufactures extreme ultraviolet lithography machines that are crucial for chip manufacturers to increase capacity and reduce chip size. Given the growth of chip makers like NVIDIA and the push to bring more chip manufacturing to the United States, the demand for equipment like EUV is expected to remain high. In terms of performance, this ETF has achieved a year-to-date return of 23.7% across 114 companies with an expense ratio of 0.4%. Moving on to the 9th ETF, we have the iShares US Technology ETF, which I consider a solid foundational ETF for the AI space. It includes top holdings such as Microsoft, Alphabet, parent company of Google, NVIDIA, and Meta, formerly Facebook. Alphabet has been actively incorporating AI into various services like Search, Photos, Maps, and Translate. They have recently introduced their latest AI model called Palm 2, which excels in areas like math, coding, and language translation. Alphabet also plans to launch a chatbot named Bard to compete with ChatGPT. This ETF has achieved the highest year-to-date performance among the ETFs discussed today, with a return of 29.3% across 139 companies. The expense ratio is favorable at 0.39%. Additionally, this fund has a solid track record, boasting a 5-year return of 17.9%. Now let's move on to the last ETF of the day, which is the SPDR Select Sector Fund Technology. This ETF also has significant holdings in Apple and Microsoft, but it offers a nice spread with companies like NVIDIA, Salesforce, Adobe, and Oracle. What makes this fund noteworthy is its exceptional management over several years. The year-to-date performance is 24.2% across 66 companies. What I particularly appreciate is its low expense ratio of 0.1%, which surpasses any other fund discussed today. Although its year-to-date performance may not be the highest among the group, it has demonstrated consistent solid performance with a 5-year return of 19.5%. This ETF has proven to be a reliable choice for the AI space over time. Thank you for joining us on Stock Marketpedia, your go-to channel for all things related to the stock market and investing. We hope you found today's video insightful and empowering. Remember, we're here to provide you with regular updates and valuable content. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. By doing so, you'll never miss out on the latest market trends, investment strategies, and expert tips that can help you achieve your financial goals. We value your feedback and input, so please leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section below. Is there a specific topic or stock you'd like us to cover in our future videos? Let us know and we'll make it happen. Thank you once again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Keep honing your financial acumen, and remember, we're here to support you every step of the way on your journey to financial success. Stay tuned to Stock Marketpedia, where the world of stocks comes alive.